12 deals over $10 billion in one quarter. Maya, the mega deal, is officially back from the dead.
I call it a zombie rally. Everyone's just panic buying AI because debt got slightly cheaper.
Oh, come on. $438 billion is not a panic buy. That's a gold rush. Even Keurig Dr Pepper is quietly building a global coffee monopoly.
Which is genuinely terrifying. But before we unpack the caffeine cartel, we need to talk about Brookfield dropping $3.2 billion on Just Group. The rundown.
$438 billion. That's the Q1 deal volume. We are officially back in the mega deal era.
Eased financing conditions will do that. Plus the fact that every board in America is terrified of missing the AI boat.
Exactly, 155% surge year over year, 12 deals over $10 billion. We haven't seen that kind of velocity since 2008.
Yeah, but look at the stock performance. Acquirers doing deals over $100 million actually outperformed their index by 2.5 percentage points this quarter.
Which is crazy because last quarter they underperformed by almost 14 points. The market is actually rewarding buyers again.
Speaking of buyers getting rewarded, QXO just closed their $2.25 billion buyout of Kodiak Building Partners.
It's a massive roll-up play. They're claiming their total addressable market is over $200 billion now.
Wait, really? You're buying that $200 billion number? Kodiak is a great regional player, but building materials is incredibly fragmented. You can't just slap a tech multiple on lumber yards.
I'm not slapping a tech multiple on it. I'm saying the consolidation strategy works.
We'll see. Meanwhile, Keurig Dr Pepper is trying to caffeinate the entire planet. They just took a 96.22% stake in JDE Peet's.
96.22. Why not just buy the whole thing? Who leaves 3.78% floating out there?
It's always some weird tax structuring or a stubborn minority holdout. But Rafael Oliveira is stepping in as CEO, and the gossip mill is screaming coffee monopoly.
Oh, come on, it's not a monopoly. Nestle still exists. Starbucks still exists. It's just aggressive scale.
Aggressive scale that puts almost every pod, bean, and drip machine under one roof.
Fair. Let's talk trash really quick. GFL Environmental is buying Texas-based Frontier Waste Solutions.
Densifying their southern US footprint. Boring, but root density means beautiful margins.
Which is the exact opposite of biopharma right now. Cyclerion Therapeutics and Corsana Biosciences just signed an all-stock merger.
That sector is completely on fire. Gilead and Merck dropped billions on targets like Arcellx and Terns in Q1. We tracked $46.8 billion in pharma deals alone.
Eli Lilly and Novartis are still on the prowl too.
I'll be watching that space closely for Q2, but we need to talk about the real giant in the room today.
You mean Brookfield Wealth Solutions writing a $3.2 billion check for Just Group?
700,000 new customers and a whole lot of insurance assets. Let's look at how they structured it. The big one.
$438 billion in one quarter. I feel like I need to say that again slowly. We just watched the biggest M&A quarter in 5 years.
12 deals over $10 billion. We haven't seen that kind of heavyweight activity since 2008, which is frankly a terrifying year to be compared to.
It's the ghost of Lehman Brothers waving hello. But look at the drivers. Financing conditions eased up, and every board in America is terrified they're losing the AI arms race. It's pure FOMO, wrapped in cheap debt.
I'm skeptical of the AI panic buying, but look at the actual returns. Acquirers in deals over $100 million outperformed their index. Voices.
I am looking at this analyst note attributing the 155% year-over-year surge in Q1 deal value directly to the corporate race for AI, and honestly, it feels incredibly lazy.
Thank you. Yes, you read my mind. Eased financing conditions are doing all the real heavy lifting here. AI is just the shiny object management teams wave around on earnings calls to justify a premium.
Sure, but the market is buying the narrative. Acquirers doing deals over 100 million actually outperformed their index by 2.5 percentage points in Q1.
Over a single quarter.
Last quarter, They underperformed by almost 14 points. A 16-point swing is a massive reversal, Maya. You cannot ignore that.
I am not ignoring it, but it is a tiny sample size. You put your old banker hat on for 5 seconds, and suddenly a 3-month bump is a structural paradigm shift. Show me the data in December.
Fair enough. But you have to admit the market is rewarding total aggression right now. Just look at Keurig Dr Pepper. They just swallowed up 96.22% of JDE Peet's.
Ah, yes, the Rafael Oliveira coffee monopoly. 96.22% is such a specific hostile number. It is like leaving a 3% tip just to make a point.
They want absolute control of your morning routine. The gossip mill is spinning fast on that one. But it is the exact same fear of missing out playbook we are seeing in biopharma.
Oh, absolutely. Gilead and Merck dropping billions on Arcellx and Terns Pharmaceuticals. Nobody wants to be the one left holding cash while their competitors buy up the pipeline.
Which is exactly why I am watching Eli Lilly and Novartis tomorrow. They are still out there prowling.
We have a $46.8 billion acquisition streak in biopharma to maintain for Q2. I want to see who blinks next.
Speaking of blinking, we also need to see how First Sun Capital Bancorp is handling that complex multi-bank merger with First Foundation and Sunflower Bank. Integration updates on a 3-way bank deal? That could get very messy. Spill the tea. I am just saying, you do not hire Rafael Oliveira and buy up 96% of JDE Peet's unless you are trying to physically corner the global caffeine supply.
96.22% actually. And cornering the market? Please. It is an aggressive roll-up, sure, but Keurig Dr Pepper is just trying to keep its margins awake.
Maya, they are building a Death Star out of coffee pods. Every insider I talk to is whispering about a brewing monopoly. Pun absolutely intended.
I hate the pun, but I love the actual numbers behind this quarter. Did you see the acquirer premium data?
I was too busy reading the coffee tea leaves. Hit me.
Buyers in deals over $100 million just outperformed their index by 2.5 percentage points in Q1.
Wait, really? The market is actually rewarding buyers?
Yes, it is a massive reversal. Last quarter, they underperformed by 13.9 points. Investors were punishing anyone who wrote a big check. Now they are cheering.
Because financing finally eased up, plus there is massive FOMO right now. Look at the biopharma gossip. It is completely unhinged.
You mean Gilead and Merck throwing billions at Arcellx and Terns Pharmaceuticals?
Exactly. Everyone wants to know who the next target is. I swear, bankers are just throwing darts at a wall of biotech tickers, hoping to manifest a deal.
I totally disagree with that framing. It is not blind dart throwing. These are highly specific bets on clinical data. The science dictates the target, not a board VP in New York.
Tell that to my inbox. The rumor mill is just screaming to buy everything.
We will see if the $46.8 billion biopharma streak actually continues into Q2. Eli Lilly and Novartis are definitely still on the prowl.
We are tracking all those rumors tomorrow. Plus, we need to check in on that incredibly messy First Sun Capital Bancorp integration. Trying to staple First Foundation and Sunflower Bank together is going to be prime corporate theater. Tomorrow's radar. I am keeping my eyes glued to Eli Lilly and Novartis tomorrow. Biopharma just dropped $46.8 billion in Q1. The shopping spree has to continue.
You really think they keep that pace? Acquirers outperformed the index by 2.5% this quarter. They are going to get cocky and overpay for a pipeline that goes nowhere.
That is exactly why I want to watch them. Cocky acquirers make for great podcast material. If you hate the biotech casino, what is on your radar?
The First Sun Capital Bancorp integration filing.
Oh, come on. You are reading bank merger integration updates on a Friday?
It is a messy multi-bank pileup with First Foundation and Sunflower Bank. The footnotes are going to be an absolute bloodbath.
You need a hobby. I will be tracking Keurig Dr Pepper swallowing 96% of JDE Peet's. We are watching a global coffee monopoly brew in real time.
Please tell me you did not just say brew in real time.
I did, and I stand by it. Catch you all tomorrow.